Hello, how are you? So, I missed out a video last week. Sorry about that. The reason I did that was the lack of objects I've got left from my visit to Kashmir, Pakistan. Anyway, what have I got here for you? This is the product. Oh, is it working? Working? Is it scanning? Come on, zoom. And there we are. And that, zoom back in, zoom back in, zoom back in. And it's not happening, is it? And this is the introduction. So, hi, how are you? Turban's looking a bit weird, isn't it? Anyway, hi, how are you? So, what do I got? What have I got for you? I've got another product that I bought while I was in Kashmir / Pakistan on my travels, and it's by the Bisconni company, and it's Chaiwala biscuits. Now, what does Chaiwala mean? You might have heard that if you're in the sort of like East Asia region. Chaiwala means the tea man biscuits. It says egg and milk cookies, so apparently that's what it's made out of. Is it vegetarian? Excuse that phone going crazy. So what is that? Where was I up to? I've forgotten what I was up to. So it's egg and milk cookies. It's 10 rupees at the time of me buying it. Phone going off again. But yes, let me switch that phone off. There we are. So yes, that's what it is. That's what it's apparently made out of. You know, I didn't have many products left, so unfortunately I couldn't, you know, I was looking out for something to record, and I thought I'd run out. I've got a couple more left from my experience over there, but next time I go, inshallah, if I have the opportunity to go and visit, I think I might take it in a completely different direction. I might think, I might explore the food carts and, you know, show you what's around, because say someone one of my friends, as you could say, like said, you know, when I made my earlier videos of exploring, he liked that, he enjoyed something like that. So you know what, when going forward, eventually I think I might start doing that, you know, exploring the country, showing you where exactly it is, you know, rather than, say for instance, having the recording done in my house. So is it vegetarian? Yes. No, I don't know. It's not vegetarian. What I'm trying to say, it is halal. Whether it's kosher or not, I can't tell you that, taking that forward. It says it is, I can't imagine it is vegan because it's got egg and milk, but certainly with vegetarian, I can't tell you that for sure. So I don't want to be misguiding you. It's 10 rupees, have I mentioned that? It's a biscuit, Chaiwala biscuit. Now, Chaiwala means the tea man. So guess what? Got myself a cup of tea. Lovely. Not had many cups of tea for a while, you know. I've not had many cups of tea for a while. Anyway, let's give it a go. See the direction it takes us. See what's going on with this biscuit. Open this bad boy up. Oh. Now that's the biscuit. It's quite tiny. It's a little bit larger than an old 50p piece if you're in the United Kingdom. Let's see how it tastes when it's dry. So give it a dry run. I feel like, do you remember when you used to get those biscuits in England where now you open them up and they're full of the tin biscuits and they're full of you know, thread rolls and buttons and needles that your mum keeps in? Well, I feel like this one tastes like the blank one that you used to leave behind. Yeah, that's the taste it's actually got. You know, so but nevertheless it brings back those memories. So for me it's quite exciting. It's crunchy, you could taste, in a sense it's got milk in it, you could taste the fact it's got egg in it as well. You know, it's got a soft crunch to it, and it goes down quite well. It's nothing heavy, nothing too crunchy. There's something light in the pack. It'd be fantastic to serve to, say for instance, your friends when they pop around, you know, you with a cup of tea, because, well, in East Asia, everyone gets tea. If you've ever asked yourself that question, why do East Asians buy so much milk? It's because literally any guest that comes around, tea, and it's not English tea where you have a little bit of milk. If you've gone to a say for instance, no, it's Jaiwala, the chain is quite big. So when they say Jai and you go to one of those, you'll feel it's very, very milky, and that's generally what a lot of Asian houses make. So it's very milky, got herbs in it, you know, it has its techniques, and it becomes absolutely an amazing cup of tea. You know, very, in a sense it's milky, but it's infused with the flavours of the cup of tea, with the herbs. So it gives it that little bit, but boost a little bit of taste, a little bit of a flavour that's taking it to something completely different, taking tea to a whole new level. And it's worth exploring. I mean, do I still have English cups of tea? Of course I do, for a quick cup of tea. But as far as, you know, something, if I want to get like a proper cup of tea, a proper cup of tea, I normally go for a chai for breakfast. You know, when I'm in Asia, chai is absolutely fantastic, and sometimes I find myself even fantasizing and thinking about how fantastic it is. You know, such beautiful flavours and tastes. And now that I'm living on my own and I don't get around to the opportunity of making it, it saddens me a little bit. So now when I visit, say for instance, my parents, family, cousins, and I have that opportunity of actually tasting actual, you know, chai, I take it up. I take up the opportunity, and so should you. So should you. If you find yourself travelling through Asia, East Asia, I don't know whether India make it. I believe so. You know, because fundamentally, even though they're different countries, India and Pakistan, the borders don't really make a difference in this case, because the cultures leak into one another. They are changing, I suppose, you know, because it's been over 100, almost reaching, not over 100, but 70 plus years since they separated. So, but there's still those aspects of that culture. So a lot of the flavours you're going to get in India, you're going to get in Pakistan, and what you're going to get in Pakistan, you're going to get in India. But then you're going to get unique ones as well. Me saying all this, I've never actually been to India. I'd like to though, you know, if they calm down, you know, with the nationalism and the craziness. It's experience I think I'd like to have. Let's dip this in. So dippability, fantastic. I've dipped it in. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say about 7, and it's the second time I've done it. Still there, still there, still holding the milk. Hasn't broken up, hasn't fallen in. Absolutely fantastic. Soaked up some of the milk. The flavours a little bit enhanced the milk, and in a sense you could say the egg that was woven into it, blending into it, you know, enhanced that flavour. So it does do that fantastic thing, that fantastic holds it and takes the flavours in. I think they knew their market with this, so therefore they took that a step further in being able to hold its own within that realm. I made an English tea here, by the way, so how it holds up against an English tea. I like mine quite milky. Well, it depends. If I'm drinking on its own, I like it quite dark, less milky. But if it's with, I feel it's with a cup of tea, I prefer mine milky. But I think that goes with toast as well, doesn't it? You toasts are different. You have them different according to how you're having them. I think I like my toast less toasty ones when I'm spreading jam and so forth on it. Let's do the whole, rather than dipping, drinking the tea as well as infusing in. That's actually quite nice. I think something it's good to vary it between having a dry biscuit in your mouth and then mixing it up with the tea, or then dipping the tea with the biscuit. You know, it's the variation gives it complex. What's happening next, you don't know. It's a secret. Is it a secret? You're just living on the edge, aren't you? The wild side of drinking tea. And for 10 rupees, this isn't bad, you know. This isn't bad. But you're always going to get that antsy when you put a few out. You know, the biscuits that they left. You know, they've not eaten. They're going to smuggle into their purse. So they could have them later on. What's all that about? Many years ago when I was a lad, because my roots are Kashmiri, an old lady came to visit my mum. You know, my mum said she knew her and she was so and so and so and so and so and so. What I found really bizarre about the whole situation was I had some similar to dry fruit, you could say, you know, some little bit of snacks. I can't remember whether they made tea or not for her, but nevertheless it was dry snacks. She was having dry snacks, and then it was time for her to leave. My God. Hoping she left. I'm sure she was there for 2.5 hours. Who wants a guest for 2.5 hours unless they're staying the night? It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Go home. Anyway, she takes her headscarf, in a sense. They call it a gila. It's transparent headscarf. It's just thrown over the head. It's not really, you would call a hijab. It's worn quite a lot, and she bunks it all in, right through it, bunks it all into a side of a gila, a scarf, ties it in, wraps it up. I'm like looking at Mum. Mum's not looking at me because she knew this is good. I'm like, what was all that about afterwards? What was all that about? She says, yeah, she's a bit of a, you know, yeah, she is like that. And I was thinking, what is all that about? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know, it's like going to a restaurant and a restaurant, say for instance a burger joint, and putting a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mayonnaise onto your burger, and then bunking the bottle of mayonnaise and bunking the bottle of ketchup, you know, and forget it, popping, you know, the mixed chili garlic mayo in there as well, and oh, that's a spicy one, bunk that in as well into your purse, and off you go. What is that all about? That's equivalent of that, isn't it? Insane. Anyway, yeah, a biscuit, lovely. You know, it reminded me memories of I had in Kashmir. It's not something that you know, is very mainstream. It's just your regular biscuit, and you know, you could find similar ones in Britain. Shall I name some? I can't at the moment on the top of my head, apart from the ones you get in the tin, you know, the metal tin, the plain ones that you leave behind because you go for all the sugary ones first, don't you? Yeah, very similar to those, but nevertheless for 10 rupee you're not going wrong. So you know, you could experience that time again. I think next time I go it, when I'm having a cup of tea, I'll probably grab a few, because it would go absolutely fantastic with that cup of tea. Anyway, do subscribe, like, share. Share this with your friends. Grow my channel. Okay, toodaloo for now. Bye. See you later. Toodaloo. Bye.